Hey guys, this video is here to teach you how to do the calculations to get ready for making your graphs in Excel. What I have open here on my computer is the data sheet that you should have on our course page. This is the class data, and I've got it open up to all of the raw data that we entered during class. This one's just an example, though. This is not your class. This is actually a previous class that I had before. The first thing I'm going to do here is teach you how to go ahead and figure out the averages that you're going to graph and how to figure out the error that you're going to graph. So let's start out with the averages. You're going to want to figure out the averages for your amount of germination for each percentage of salt. And I have on the 0% salt my set of germination here. And you could add all of these up together yourself and divide by the number that you have, and we have 6 tables here. But the nice thing about Excel is that it'll do it for you. So all you need to do is go ahead and get your cursor and click on this box here by average and type in an equal sign and the word average. And what you'll notice is it's coming up down here, and it's also showing up in this window. There are 2 places that you can type this in. The next thing you want to do is an open parentheses. And from here, you can click and drag over the data for the 0% salt. And from there, you can go ahead and just hit enter, and it will give you the average germination. So go ahead and do that for all 3 averages. I'm going to do that really quick here. And one more time, equals the word average, and highlight all the numbers for that percentage salt. Okay, so now we have our averages. The next thing we want to do is calculate our error. There are different ways to measure error. We're going to use one called the standard deviation. The way the standard deviation works is essentially the bigger it is, the more variation you have in your data. So the bigger it is, the more error that you have. Now we only have 6 samples since we had 6 tables, so we expect our standard deviation might be a little bit high. But this is another thing that Excel can figure out for you. What you'll need to do is go into the box for standard deviation and type equals STDEV, and then open parentheses and highlight tables 1 through 6, and again press enter. So do that for all 3. Type equals STDEV, open parentheses, and highlight for this percentage, and the same thing on the last one. Okay, so now you have your averages and your standard deviations that you're going to need for your graph. If you notice at the bottom here, there are actually 2 different sheets in this Excel file. If you click on this summary data sheet, it should automatically have filled in the averages and standard deviations. I have this Excel file set up to go ahead and move them straight over into the summary data sheet after you calculate them. If you don't see them here, you can always go back and enter these numbers in yourself. You can see the average 7.8 here for 0% salt, and there's the average 7.8 for 0% salt. So make sure that you have the summary class data sheet showing up right, because that's what you'll need to do the graphing for the next step.